Some would argue that the real reason behind the Gaza conflict is the huge gas reserves that are offshore that Israel wants to control, including Lebanon against Turkey's rights in the eastern Mediterranean maritime rights. The assertion that natural gas reserves in the eastern Mediterranean play a significant role in the Israeli-Palestinian conflict and wider regional tensions is not unfounded. The discovery of substantial offshore gas reserves has indeed contributed to geopolitical dynamics in the area, involving Israel, Lebanon, and Turkey. Here are key points to consider. 1. Natural gas reserves. The eastern Mediterranean, particularly the Levant Basin, has seen the discovery of significant natural gas reserves. Israel's Leviathan and Tamar fields, along with potential reserves off the coasts of Lebanon and Cyprus, have heightened strategic and economic interests in the region. 2. Israeli economic interests. Israel's development and control of offshore gas reserves are critical for its energy security and economic interests. These reserves offer Israel the opportunity to reduce its dependence on external energy sources and could potentially transform the country into an energy exporter. 3. Lebanon's claims. Lebanon has also laid claims to offshore gas reserves, contributing to tensions. The maritime border dispute between Israel and Lebanon involves overlapping claims to certain gas-rich areas, adding a geopolitical dimension to long-standing regional tensions. 4. Turkey's involvement. Turkey, which has its own disputes with Cyprus over maritime boundaries, has contested the rights of other eastern Mediterranean nations, including Israel and Lebanon, to exploit the gas reserves without including Turkish interests. This has led to increased regional competition and diplomatic standoffs. 5. Impact on Gaza conflict. While the primary drivers of the Israeli-Palestinian conflict are deeply rooted in historical, political, and religious factors, the control of offshore gas reserves adds an economic dimension. The economic benefits associated with these resources may impact the broader geopolitical context, potentially influencing regional dynamics. 6. Geopolitical complexities. The overlapping maritime claims and competition for gas reserves create a complex geopolitical landscape. Nations in the region are navigating not only historical conflicts but also contemporary economic and strategic interests tied to the energy resources beneath the Mediterranean seabed. 7. International involvement. The involvement of international actors, including major energy companies and foreign governments, further complicates the situation. The geopolitical implications extend beyond the region, with global powers monitoring and, in some cases, intervening in the development of eastern Mediterranean energy resources. 8. Potential for cooperation or conflict. While the gas reserves present opportunities for economic cooperation, they also pose challenges that could escalate into conflict. Diplomatic negotiations and regional cooperation mechanisms, or the lack thereof, will shape the direction of these interactions. In conclusion, while the Israeli-Palestinian conflict has deep historical roots, the discovery of natural gas reserves in the eastern Mediterranean has added an economic and geopolitical layer to the regional dynamics. The control and exploitation of these resources are intertwined with broader geopolitical tensions, contributing to the complexity of the situation in the Middle East. Addressing these challenges will require diplomatic efforts, regional cooperation, and international engagement to ensure the responsible and equitable management of the Eastern Mediterranean's energy wealth.